Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. All right, it's Monday. Just came to a thrift store, so I got a few minutes. Just gonna try and knock this one out real quick. But I've been meaning to do a video on the job I had in prison, and I was only at a level 2 facility. Pretty chill, right? Pretty chill. It was considered a going home yard because you had to be at that yard with 5 years or less. So it was pretty chill. I was real fortunate to, with my first and only time being in prison, I was pretty fortunate to be at that facility. So what was crazy about the whole experience, I've said it before, out of the majority of my jobs that I had, growing up and stuff, being in the hospitality industry at age 19, I worked at hotels. I started off as a front desk agent and then worked my way up to front desk supervisor, manager on duty. So I worked at quite a few hotels that weren't in the best of shape, like maintenance wise. So I had to deal with so much. And I think I'm pretty thankful for working at those places because that's what allowed me to really figure people out. It just helped me fine tune my communication skills. So I'm pretty thankful for that. Anyway, so I say that to say this. I worked at hotels the majority of my life, and come to find out, when I'm in prison, I hit a yard, right? I hit a prison that was converted from an old hotel. I think it was like an old Motel 6 or something. So that prison was converted from a hotel to a prison. Crazy, right? How's that for some karma? That is some crazy karma right there, man. So anyway, yeah, I was there for 12 months, and I'd say maybe within like the first month there, I got assigned my prison job, right? And the title was to be a janitor. I was a janitor, and so every day, Monday through Friday, I would take a bus ride from the prison in Douglas, Arizona to Sierra Vista. And that was, depending on traffic, about 45 minutes to an hour away, from the prison. So they took us on, the guys in my work crew, they took us on a prison bus. And there were other work crews there because not everybody that worked in Sierra Vista, the inmates, not everybody worked where I worked at. There'd be different crews, right? Some would be working on the freeway, on the side of the road, like landscaping. What else? What am I thinking? Like the work crews on the side of the road that you would see, right? Picking up trash. Different crews, right? The particular crew that I worked, that I was working at, it was at the basically the bus barn where they held all the school buses within that school district. And so there'd be like an office, pretty decent sized building, right? And then on the grounds, it'd be nothing but buses there. So that's where I worked Monday through Friday. And I held that same job throughout my entire stay. And it was so dope, man. I built some pretty good friendships. Still, not really still in contact, but I've kept in contact with some of the employees there. There were so many perks, man. So many freaking perks. And my job was to clean the facilities there. I'd be basically a janitor, right? I guess nowadays it's a custodial engineer, right? However you want to call it. But I was basically a janitor, cleaning the restrooms, and like the toilets, the mopping, the sink, all there, right? So as time would go on, I picked up on that. I fine-tuned my craft as far as like keeping things clean. So while I was there, however many hours it was, I forgot how many hours. I think like, sheesh, I forgot how many, maybe up to 8 hours, no more than that. I think maybe 6 hours, something like that. So anyway, I ended up getting really good at that, and I'd finished those duties pretty quick. And so I really don't like, and then once I finished the bathrooms, I'd go out through the offices, pick up the trash, empty the trash, making sure all the employees there had everything they need. And so I wanted to pick up more duties, right? Because that was a cush job, super chill. I was getting 50 cents an hour, one of the highest paying jobs at that time in prison, 50 cents an hour. You know, there'd be other jobs like on the yard, people getting like, I don't even know, less than that, right? 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents. And so I was pretty fortunate. It was really chill. All the people on my work crew, all the inmates, they were from different races, and it was really cool. So out here on the west, southwest, it's the politics are racial, right? So that's why I mentioned, you know, there were different races on my work crew. And so it was pretty cool, man. Like all the politics, all the prison politics stayed in prison. And once we get to you know, our work crews, our work destination, our jobs, we could actually eat with like on lunch or whatever, right? We could actually eat with different races. On the in the chow hall in prison, on the yard, we can't do that. It's segregated by race. So you'd have like Chicanos, Mexican Americans, you'd have the white guys, the Woods, the skinheads, they'd be chilling with the white guys. Everybody would have their own area in the chow hall. So you'd see like a batch of brown guys, a batch of black guys, a batch of white guys, and then you'd have like others, right? And so that was pretty interesting, right? But while, like I'm saying, at the prison job, we could all eat together, like a little table, just chill, talk, and leave the politics. We could leave the politics on the prison yard. So that was pretty cool, man. It was really nice just talking to these guys and just decompressing, really, man, and just talking about whatever, right? There was you know, we took pride and we were really grateful for that opportunity, man. You know, there'd be magazines there, and everything was really cool. Like the slightest favor from the employees there at the bus barn were really dope. You know, we really appreciated it, right? So fast forward some time, I built pretty good rapport with different employees there, and especially the bus drivers. So check this out. The bus drivers, some of them really liked their buses extra clean, detailed, right? So one of the ways we could take advantage of perks is you know, we talk to them, build these friendships or whatever, right? And you know, they want us to detail their bus, like the inside of the bus a certain way. Of course the outside would be, you know, they wanted it clean as well, but the majority of the time they would have the same bus. So it was like their car away from the car, right? So what we would do is we would detail their bus extra good, right? It'd be me and like somebody else. We would shine everything up, vacuum everything, and you know, because the majority of the time they had to do it themselves. So it was just one less thing for them to do. And instead of them paying us for it, what they would do was pretty slick. There were vending machines there, like soda machines. And like in the morning, what we would do is, hey, what's up? You know, say hi to them, whatever. And, you know, talk to them. They'd let us know what they'd want done at the bus. And they'd put on top of the soda machine, they'd either put some change or some dollar bills. That way we could have access to sodas. And that was cool. That was more than sufficient. It was super, super cool. And it was nice, man, just having that little taste of freedom, meaning the soda, right? Because there'd be sodas in that machine that we couldn't order off the commissary list. So that was pretty dope. Let's see what else. So that was one hustle, right? That was one hustle that we did. And it wouldn't be all the time, but just with like certain bus drivers, and that was pretty cool. Another thing, another trade that I kind of picked up, and it was nice. It was nice. I got to get some alone time, some downtime with this particular trade. So I don't know if you guys remember, on the school buses, there'd be I guess, leather seats, right? Sometimes the kids, they'd poke holes in the seats with their pencils or pens. And one of the employees there, he trained me how to repair, right? It'd be like upholstery. He trained me how to repair these bus seats. So I did that, man. It was really cool just learning that. I got to hit different buses and just repair bus seats. So say, for example, there'd be a hole. I get some sort of, I forgot what it's called, like some sort of paste, plaster, right? Put it over the hole and kind of mold it and make it smooth. And once that's there, I would take a heat gun and just go over the repair, right, to seal it. And once it's like real smooth, you can't even feel the hole there, I would take some brown spray paint, because the bus seats were brown, and I just spray painted over the repair. And once that dries, it looks spectacular, man. So that was another trade I did, right? So, and I did that to fill my day there, because I didn't want to just hang out doing nothing. So I had the janitorial experience, I had the bus detail, and I did the seat repair, the upholstery. And those were the three main things that I would do, for the most part. And of course, we got some downtime, hang out, talk to the employees there. And I guess lastly, I want to touch on just the overall friendships, man. It was really cool. They treated us like human beings. Of course, I'd still be wearing my oranges, right? The orange pants and the orange shirt said ADC on it, Arizona Department of Corrections. So I was still an inmate, but we were just hanging out, talking to these people. They got to ask us whatever, right? They got to ask us about our cases while we were there, how stuff back on the yard, what happens in certain situations, because they were just fascinated that we were just normal people, right? The only difference is between them and us is we got caught, and we're just doing our time, right? So they got to ask us questions, and it was really cool, man. So come like Thanksgiving, Christmases, they all made meals for us, all the inmates there, man. And that was real special, man. Like birthdays and stuff, our birthdays, they had little parties for us, and we all got to snack on stuff, eat real food, man, some good home cooking food. And that was cool, man. That was probably one of the best experiences in prison that I had. Of course, it was off the yard, but I was real fortunate to hit the yard and have that prison job. Also, I forgot to mention, with the cash and the coins that the bus drivers would put on the soda machines, sometimes we would stack that up. We'd all pitch in, and we'd buy us. We had certain employees. We'd give them the cash and have them buy us Little Caesars pizzas, man. I think at the time they were only $5, like a $5 hot and ready pizza. So we got to eat pizzas, man. That was so cool. All of us got our own pizza. All of us ate all 8 pieces of that pizza, man. We just tore it up, man. So that was really cool. And I was really fortunate and blessed, to have that experience. And every day we had we called him a checker, right? There'd be a prison guard. He would go to each crew just to check on us, make sure everything's cool, and then after that, our day would be done. We'd all have to hop back on the prison bus, and they would take us back to the yard. We'd get back, I'd say like 3:30, 4 o'clock. As soon as we get off the bus, we got to strip out, basically get naked, just to make sure we're not bringing stuff in. We get naked and then put our clothes back on, and then we'd go back to our unit, take a shower, make a coffee real quick, and then you know, it'd be dinner time, right? It'd be time for dinner. I think like at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. We'd go to chow, and then kick it for a few hours, man. Just hit up different units, hang out with our you know, with our people, with our homies on the yard. Sometimes we'd work out, kick back, watch the sunset, sip some coffee. Like I said, it's an old hotel, so there'd be 2 stories. One of my boys, he was on the 2nd floor, so we got to see like the city, right? We got to see the city, people just driving around, civilians, right, just living their life. And here we are in prison, man, just looking around and stuff. And that was our day right there, man, you know. So I was real fortunate, and I just wanted to share that little something with you guys. So I gotta get inside, man. I gotta go buy some stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.